You will feel. But you have nice ocean and don't feel now.
A high-level confrontation between the United States and Ukraine is escalating, as President Volodymyr Zelensky sharply criticized U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff on Thursday, accusing him of spreading Russian narratives by proposing a peace deal that could cede 5 Ukrainian territories to Moscow. Zelensky's rebuke, delivered at a Kyiv press conference, underscores a growing rift with Washington, intensified by Thursday's Paris meeting, where US and European diplomats clashed over strategies to end the Russia-Ukraine war, leaving Ukraine wary of being sidelined in Trump's rush for peace. The discord centers on Witkoff's April 11th meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in St. Petersburg, where he floated a framework involving Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, Kherson, and Crimea, regions Russia has occupied or annexed since 2014. Witkoff's Fox News remarks framing these territories as negotiable have infuriated Kyiv, which rejects any legitimacy to Russia's claims.
I feel that he wants peace. The president had 2 very productive calls this week, or last week, I should say, one with President Zelensky, one with President Putin. I sat and listened to both of them. In both conversations, it was all about a lasting peace. Lots of progress got made last week.
Tensions flared at Thursday's Paris summit, hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron, where U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Witkoff met with Ukrainian, British, German, and French officials. Macron stressed a robust and sustainable peace. But Zelensky accused the U.S. of adopting Russia's strategy, signaling deep distrust in Trump's approach.
Ukraine is a sovereign state and all territories belong to the state of Ukraine. And only the people of Ukraine can speak about the territories of our country. You know, for us, these are red lines. To recognize any temporarily occupied territories not as Ukrainian, but as Russian, these representatives.
The Paris talks, described as constructive by French officials, aimed to integrate Europe into Ukraine negotiations, but exposed fault lines. Ukrainian officials, including Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha, pushed for a ceasefire with strong security guarantees, while the U.S. focused on outlining a deal that could reshape U.S. Russia ties, raising fears in Kyiv of territorial concessions. A New York Times investigation on April 17th deepened the rift, revealing covert U.S. involvement in Ukrainian military operations, prompting Zelensky to question whether Trump's peace push prioritizes Ukraine or a U.S.-Russia reset. Meanwhile, U.S. demands that Ukraine repay billions in aid through a minerals deal have sparked accusations of economic coercion. Zelensky also accused China of supplying Russia with artillery and gunpowder, a claim Beijing dismissed as baseless. Ukraine's sense of isolation grows as it perceives the U.S. as too conciliatory toward Moscow, a sentiment echoed by European leaders in Paris who fear Trump's diplomacy may embolden Putin. On Thursday, Trump softened earlier remarks blaming Zelensky for the war, stating, "We're working to fix this, but it's a tough spot." Yet his administration's focus on rapid deal-making, evident in Rubio's Paris briefing that a durable peace framework was presented, continues to alienate Kyiv, which insists on full Russian withdrawal.